Middletown, New York, and getting ready to do a little hiking. I thought maybe I'd invite you along, at least on the first part of it anyway. When we do that, get your shoes on, okay? You can go with me. We stretch, okay? We've got to do some stretching, various types of stretching, okay? And that's important, okay? Yeah. Get yourself, especially, you know, just to make sure you're doing what you should, okay? Stretch, 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 stretch. And when I come back, I'll even do a little bit of the weight stuff here, you know, just enough to keep things toned up a little bit, okay? I'm not going to do a lot of that right now. A little bit, okay, just a little bit. It's a beautiful morning. The humidity is going up a little bit here today, and but you know, that's okay. Yeah. Anyway, we just kind of do some of this stuff a little bit each day, and it all adds up. Okay. You may not think it's much, but as you keep going, it does. It is. Okay. You do some of that. You just kind of have to do your arm muscles different ways. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's it. So get your shoes on. You ready to hike? Okay. That's where we're going to head out here in a minute. Right up over the back hill here. And you can watch some different scenery with me today. Okay. Okay, just kind of getting things toned up a little bit here and there. It's an important thing to do. You got to do a little bit for all your body, one time or another. Okay, that's what we're doing here today. Try to keep in somewhat shape. I'm not getting any younger, and neither are you. Yeah, come on, get off that recliner, get out of bed, get ready to go. Okay, and we'll take off. Okay, now. I'm going to, if I put you in my pocket, you can see where we're going. We're going to go up over this hill. Oh, by the way, this is my Sheltie. Yeah. Yeah, she's a good girl. She's a good girl. Okay, here we go. The property up here. Let's go right up over this hill because it's really good exercise. It's a fairly steep climb. Not as much as some of them are, but it's not bad. But I do this to get the heart racing a little bit. Because good exercise is not just being casual, okay? You got to put a little effort into it. So here we are. Hopefully there's no snakes in the rocks today. Excuse me. Going up here. The neighbor's up behind us. Anyway, if you can walk along with me. If not, you can just kind of watch the scenery. Now, it's a pretty steep climb. And even as much as I exercise, I do get a little windy when I do that. So, but again, I'm not a young guy anymore. Okay, so let's just walk along for a minute. You know, physical exercise is good for you. It's good to get out. Now you notice, even though climbing up that hill made me winded, I don't stop. Ooh, I smell skunk. Gotta watch out for those critters. You know, as important as for exercise is, spiritual exercise is even more important. if you follow my videos, you know I do a lot of devotionals. And I do those. You've been watching me long. You know that I do them to uplift and encourage you, and also to challenge you in the Word of God. The stuff that I share is for your benefit. I benefit with it as well, by the way, because as I'm feeding the Word and some thoughts about it out to you, I'm also taking it in myself. And I need it as much as you do. As you can see, it's a beautiful day. The humidity is going up. So it's, probably not going to be as pleasant that way as I'd like it to be. Now, I'm walking a fairly good pace. Now, when you exercise, you have to walk a little faster than you normally would, because that keeps your heart rate going, see. Now I'm starting to get where I'm catching up a little bit. I'm not quite as winded as I was. And so I'm just walking and talking. Just going a short distance today, a couple of miles probably. I started this stuff years ago because heart trouble runs in my family. And my dad died on the dining room floor late one Sunday night of a heart attack. We couldn't get him out of the house. I witnessed that. My oldest brother died in 2006 of a heart attack. And my brother Danny in Virginia has some heart issues too. He's had trouble with that. And he also has breathing issues. I guess COPD kind of stuff. And so he needs our prayers, you know. Oh, there's a car. Anyway, if you're just joining in, you're on just a short hike with me, and I'm encouraging you to get out and exercise. You know, get off your duff and do some stuff. It's good for you. It really is. And so I thought I'd take you a short ways here. Well, here comes the mailman. If it's George, he might even stop and talk to me. I don't know. Sometimes he does. I wave to everybody. It's just a good thing to do. I can't tell if that's George yet or not. Get a little closer, I'll know. Hey, good morning.
Good. I haven't seen you for a while. You been lost or something?
I've been around. I've been doing it at
like
different
you
times.
probably got lost in the woods or something.
Oh, well, sometimes I do that on purpose, you know. You got to do some of that. So how you been, George?
Good, good. And how's the family over there doing?
Pretty good. Joanne, little by little, is getting over that broken ankle. She
had a broken ankle?
Oh, when I was on my trip out west,
yeah.
She was walking one of our dogs and she twisted her ankle.
Oh, my God.
Snapped it in like 3 different places.
Ooh.
So she was, hospitalized for a while with that one. Had surgery and went to rehab and all that stuff.
So she's still rehabbing?
She's home now.
Okay.
But she has to be careful. She's still healing, you know.
Let me tell you something. When you start to get, the older you get, the more brittle your bones get.
That's true.
Just a little tap will probably give you a fracture.
That's partly why I keep walking.
Yeah, that's
I just have always.
And you got to drink a lot of milk, a lot of calcium.
I do that too.
You know,
a lot of water. I try to keep up physically. Try to keep up spiritually. Stay in the Word. You know, all that. It's important.
Well, you know, there's an old saying. You're in that path.
Yeah.
You're going in the right path. So
that's what we were supposed to do. It's a straight and narrow, man.
Yeah, just keep going.
Hey, I won't hold you up, George, but have a great day, and it's always good to see you, my friend.
All right, take care.
Okay, take care. All right, you met George. He's our mailman. He's been off some lately. I didn't really ask him why he's been off, and he catches me walking at different times. It hasn't lately because I've been doing it at different hours, mostly because of the rain we've had. It'd make it a little hard because we've had some really downpours, pretty bad thunderstorms, and flood kind of rains like a lot of you folks have had in other parts of the country. And fortunately, we didn't get with a tornado. They did get that over in New Jersey. But hopefully you guys are still with me, huh? All right, here we are. That's me, just hiking along here. And taking you with me if you're still with me anyway. If you're just tuning in, I'm Don Schink. I'm out with a little morning hike here. I get in a couple miles and keep the heart rate up and try to keep myself in shape physically, and also, as I mentioned to George, to the mailman, spiritually. It's important. And so I start out my day each day with some time in prayer and the Bible, okay? And I do practice what I preach. Do the best I can to live it. I'm not perfect. I don't even claim to be close to perfect. But according to the Word of God, I'm being perfected every day. And if you're praying and you're in the Word like you should be, then you're being perfected as well. Now, if you're not, you got a problem. A very serious problem. Because the Bible is very clear that whatever decisions we make in this life are final. And if the Lord calls you home today and you haven't accepted Him, you're not living for Him, you're in trouble. One of the things that I like to share with people, and that's the importance of eternity, is too long to be wrong. It just is, You don't want to go into eternity having rejected your Creator, having rejected Jesus Christ, who loves us so much that He willingly gave Himself as a sacrifice on Calvary's cross. He laid down His life for you and for me. And He didn't have to do that. He really didn't, but He did it for us. And so I hope you take that seriously, By the way, if you like what you're seeing here, don't forget to hit the like button, okay? And subscribe to my channel. Most of the time on here, you'll see me on this channel doing some various Bible study stuff, okay? Just to uplift and encourage you, and hopefully to help you make the right decisions, okay? And so I challenge you in the Bible and the Word of God. That's just a good thing to do. It's an important thing to do. So today, hopefully you put your shoes on and are walking with me out there somewhere. But if not, think about it. So it's important to do this, but it's more important, it really is, to get into the Word, to have a right relationship with the Lord, okay? And He helps me through a lot of stuff, has over the years. And like I often say, I'm far from perfect, but I'm being perfected according to the Bible. Oh, look at the little beagle here come to see us. There he is. Hi, guy. There's the fence there. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good. He's a cute little guy. If you're around me much, you know that I love dogs. I just do. I just love critters. And we've done shelter rescue for many years. Now, I'm at a crossroads here, kind of, where I decide to either go one way or another. I guess I'll go this way. Yeah. Oh, I see. It's tax-free weekend for... Got an alert. I get those alerts. And, of course, we came here, and that was the last time I was there. I was there a few times before. We're in upstate New York, and for those of you who are not aware, I took care of Mom for 22 years as her caregiver, and she passed. She was almost 101, so she did well. And a couple of months after she passed, my brother-in-law, Dick, had a stroke, a pretty serious one. And so my sister was having a hard time with decent caregivers. And in fact, one lady she was a good caregiver to Dick, but she stole from Joanne and gave Joanne a hard time about a lot of things. And so obviously Joanne needed help. So Kathy and I came out. We left New Mexico and came out here over 2.5 years ago. It'll be 3 years in October, the first week in October. And we came out here as his caregivers. And so that's what we do. Kathy does the majority of the caregiving with Dick. I assist. As they need help, I just jump in and help them. My role is mostly cooking and cleaning, mowing the lawn, shoveling the snow, chopping the ice. And it keeps us both very busy. I'm also, those of you who don't know me that well, I'm an ordained elder in the Church of the Nazarene, and I pastored churches for many years. And we got a life of ease with his little John Deere lawn tractor. John Deere green, do you see that? Anyway, so I planted 2 churches from scratch. Well, the Lord did, and hopefully worked through me in a good way. There's some pretty good fruit that came out of it. Both church plantings, one in Oregon and one in Silver City, New Mexico. So it's Farmington, Aloha, Oregon, and Silver City, New Mexico. And we got another lawnmower. Good morning. How you doing? He's a good guy. Here we are, just walking along. Anyway, and then after the second church planting, I was called to a church at Watkins Glen, New York. And I was there for a while. And then I went up to Saco, Biddeford, Maine. And I was up there, 10 years up there. And then I went out to Mount Erie, Illinois. I was there for a while, and I was in Illinois about 3 years when Mom's doctor told her that she really should have family around, that she needed help. And Joanne had called me at the time and said, well, I hate to lay this on you, but you're the only one in the family that can do that. And so I was at a point where I could make a move. It was a good time to do it. So I sold some stuff, packed up some stuff, and headed out to her place in New Mexico. And I got a job with AOL. I did some home fellowship Bible studies and other things to assist a couple of local churches out there in Albuquerque. And up until Mom passed. And so anyway, then then we caught up with where got the call from Joanne and Dick. She needed some help with Dick, and so we packed up our bags, left New Mexico, and have been out here ever since. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying this little walk. Just very casual. I know the people that are here. Yeah, nice people. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, another one went by, another neighbor. Anyway, so we've been back here, and I got involved with a couple different Nazarene churches. I'm currently helping at Warwick Valley Church of the Nazarene. You might see me every now and then. I preach there, and I do a little music. Speaking of music, if you follow my other YouTube page, you'll see my country and country gospel music, and I invite you to do so. I always encourage you to join in and listen and hopefully like and comment and all that stuff. And but anyway, I have no grand illusions about anything I do in life. I just like to do it. I love life. I love the Lord's people. And I love the Lord, his beauty. His beauty is all around us. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. Okay. We're surrounded by his beauty. And I'm thankful that he loves and cares for me. And so I love him, love his beauty, love his people, love his word. Do the best that I can to live yielded and to be obedient. Okay, I'll stick this back in my pocket and you can watch some scenery again as I climb up this hill. Okay. I'm beginning to work up a little sweat. That's good though, it's a good thing. That's what you're supposed to do when you get exercise. That's when you know your body's working. This is a fair hill. I get a little winded climbing this one too. This is the other end of the road that we live on. So we're heading back toward the house. I've got quite a bit to do today once I get through here. Excuse me. Yeah, they winded me a little bit. I'm still going up a slight incline. I ended up going out several times a day walking my dogs. I have a Sheltie and then a little Australian Shepherd that we rescued. And had the Sheltie since she was a puppy. And bought her from a family in Colorado. And they graciously gave me a reduced price. Now, when I was in New Mexico, we were the official ASSA representatives for the American Shetland Sheepdog Association. We rescued dogs, found homes for them for many years, and sometimes there would be 14 or 15 of them in our backyard. It was fenced, and they would run around like a herd. It was so cute. One of them would move and they would all move. Anyway, we loved doing that. We did that for many years. And anyway, so we have the Sheltie that I put in the beginning of this video, and her name is Bailey. It's a little male. We rescued him out of Memphis, Tennessee. And he came up on a rescue bus, and we picked him up about an hour north of here. We met the rescue people and took him in. And he's a cute little bugger, but he wasn't where I could put him in the picture for you today, but you'll see him in other videos, I'm sure. But he's a real good little guy. He's a real lover. He's very affectionate, and he insists on a lot of recognition, a lot of contact. So he comes up for a lot of loving, licks our hands and fingers and everything else. So anyway, he's a good guy. Anyway, so there we are. We're just, won't be too much further now. And we're just kind of walking along. Those of you who've joined this live broadcast, welcome. I'm Don Schink, and I'm up here in upstate New York, Middletown, New York. And we're just doing a couple of mile walk this morning. Sometimes I go 3 to 5 miles. I was going up to 8 miles for a while out west, but then I started having trouble with my one hip. It was, what do they call those muscles that begin to bother you, that go down your leg? I can't think of the name of it right now, but anyway, I had to back off for a couple of weeks, let that heal itself up. And then when I went back to it, I sort of eased back into it. But yeah, I was starting to get a little sweat here this morning. It's okay, I don't mind that. And that's what showers are for. Hopefully you use them right. Anyway, it's not a bad neighborhood here. Oh, people, the little dog is out up there. That's a spunky little dog. Okay, I'm gonna put this in my pocket a minute. Yeah, some of our neighbors up there. Yeah. Yeah. Good morning. Oh boy, I gotta say hello to this little doggy. Hey, he's okay, Stuart. You know me, I love dogs. He's rambunctious little one, isn't he?
Sit. He's coming to see you.
Yeah, he is.
Sit.
That's
Sit.
okay.
No, I'm talking to him. Sit. He's got to be calm now. Hi.
How you been doing?
Good. How about you?
Yeah, not too bad.
All right, go swimming. Go.
Just getting a little exercise this morning. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Debating on whether I'm gonna mow the lawn or not later.
Yeah, I got him on mine. It's line now. Couldn't get it to turn green. Now I can't get it to stop growing.
Yeah, same here. Hey, take care. God bless.
You too.
Anyway, that was Stuart. And he's a pretty good guy. He works with road construction. And he and his wife and kids helped my sister when she was walking the dog and fell up here right across the road from their place when she twisted her ankle. She went to get up and twisted her ankle and broke it. And they came and stuck with her, called the ambulance and the whole thing till they got her squared away. Pretty good people. Anyway, we're almost to the house. Almost. So, for those of you who took the whole walk, I thank you. For those of you who came in for part of it, I appreciate that too. I just like to share. But again, I started to say earlier, it's very important to keep ourselves in shape. Physical exercise is really great for us. The spiritual exercise is even greater. So I hope you are praying, reading your Bible, maintaining a good, right relationship with the Lord Jesus Christ. That's important. It really is. And this is a big tree. Look at this thing. Yeah. My sister and her husband planted that like 50 years ago, and look what's happened to it. Yeah. Okay. Here we are. We're back home. Back at Dick and Joanne's place, which is our home, since we're here taking care of them. And got a chance to go out to hit the road and take a little trip in May, through May, some of May, first part of June. And went down to Virginia, first of all, seen my brother there, my brother Danny. Hadn't seen him in 27 years. And his daughter knew exactly it was 27 years because she was 10 years old when I met her. All right, look at that. I got my chair and my Bible. There you go. And I'm going to sit down a minute because I have to cool off just a little bit. But anyway, so I was there in Virginia, and his daughter, Holly, is a real sweetie. I was impressed with the different things that she's been doing. She's in a management position at work over a bunch of people, does extremely well. She's 30, like I said, 37 now. And she has a motorcycle. She's a daredevil. Up to the point where I visited them in Virginia, she had jumped out of a perfectly good airplane 41 times. Yeah, that's 41 times. Didn't tell her how nuts I thought she was, but I admire her for having the guts to do it. Anyway, then I went down to Florida, down to Pensacola, where my son Nathan and daughter-in-law Becca were, and they jumped in with me, and we went to New Mexico. They had stuff in storage there on my property, and so he rented a truck. We loaded him up with his stuff that had been in storage, and he headed, the two of them headed back to Florida, and I stuck around for, I think it was 8 or 9 days, something like that, with the purpose of working on my property there, which I did. I did a bunch of scraping and painting, and we cleaned the gutters and tightened up a bunch of screws on the metal roof. I had lots of help, which I'm thankful for. It was still a lot of work. And so I gladly paid them because they were such a help to me, and I needed that. And then there was a couple different nights where some friends of ours and Kristen hosted 2 different shindigs at their place. And we had lots of food, we had good fun music, got to play music with our friends at a couple different times there, and so it was all good. Then Lawrence went with me when we went back to the trip back to New York State because he has family about half an hour, 30-40 minutes from here, and so he rode back with me and he visited his family here. Then he went up to Maine and visited his mother, and I'm not sure who else up there, and then he flew back to New Mexico. So anyway, that's kind of, basically what's been going on, and now we're just here in Middletown and helping Dick and Joanne, doing what we can for them. And Dick is still hanging in. Those of you who've been praying for him, it's much appreciated. He is still hanging in. He can't get around very good, but he's with us and he communicates with us. He's pretty quiet these days, but we're thankful he's still with us. And as long as we're needed, we're here, and we're thankful and glad to do so. So it's kind of a wrap on what I've been doing here, and just sort of a nutshell kind of thing. And I do I do the work around here as much as I can, keep things up, and then I also do some music online and do the devotionals, the Bible devotionals as well. And so you'll find me on several sites, And again, I have no grand delusions about anything I do. I just like to do it. And as long as the Lord enables me to do so, I just keep on keeping on. I'm a singer, songwriter. I've performed different places over the years, and been glad to do so, by the way. And have had some privileges that I never expected to ever have, especially in Nashville and up in Branson, And so I've been thankful for every bit of it. But I'm just an average guy, so I just sit here with me and my guitar now these days. I occasionally go to an open mic, not too often, but I do occasionally. And that's sort of my story for now. I love the Lord. I'm going to serve him as long as I'm able to, as long as I have breath, and I'll keep up with the devotionals and my music as much as I can as well. All right, so God bless you, and you have a good day. And again, hopefully you will hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I sincerely appreciate it. So you have a good weekend out there, a good week coming up, and we'll talk to you soon, okay? Okay. Again, the Lord loves you, and so do I. Okay, bye-bye, everybody.